Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Okay, I'm going to tell you something that they discuss in the university that many people don't know because it's university stuff. It's all that complicated. But I going to put it to you in a manner that is not complicated. You see, Africa on the world atlas for a very, very long time, Africa, the African continent, the way it's depicted on the atlas, was usually made to be smaller than it actually is. The African continent by cartographers. A cartographer is a guy who plots a map. Those are map specialists. Okay, the African continent was diminished in size for many, many, many years. I would like to think centuries. That's what we're talking about. Okay? Either 2, 3 because cartographers really started probably in the 15th, 14th, 15th century to plot out the world map and go around the map to see what it kind of looks like. Okay, and we have satellite images coming in much later, and maybe who knows, 19th, 21st, 19th, probably I'd like to say 19th centuries, where we could go up to the sky and see what the size was actually. Now, it may have been political. For example, let's say you are Christopher Columbus, right? And you go to Queen Isabella. That's who sponsored those missions by Christopher Columbus. Is Queen Isabella of Spain. She's the one who funded those missions. Okay? I know he's from Italy, from Genoa. Christopher Columbus from Genoa in Italy. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Those things happened a long time and I don't keep up with all that. Okay, but Queen Isabella put them on the Santa Maria to go around the Americas like that, okay? Maybe they said, Queen Isabella, we need to go around the world like this. So they gave her the map of Africa so it looks kind of small so they could get money from her. I don't know. I wasn't there. I can see the idea why they may have made Africa to look small. Because if Queen Isabella saw Africa as big and she said, you're going to go around that big thing. I'm not giving you no money. You're going to waste my money, right? I don't know. So they may have deliberately made Africa to look smaller than it actually was for political reasons. But I'm telling you the fact is that the African continent was depicted to be actually smaller than it really was until Africans and people who were very objective came along and they said, why is Africa small? Why do you have Africa so small like that? Because we have pictures that shows Africa to be bigger than North America. Okay? We need to go up to space and verify, and they did that. And they started correcting Africa. What I'm saying to you is, if it's important to make Africa look small for mood, for spirit de corps, okay, for morale, the European morale, to do things around the world, to conquer nations, to be the great European empire, okay, then it was important to make Africa small for them to be happy. It is very, very, very important to bring down those statues, okay? Because I just illustrated to you in very real terms why symbols, maps, drawings, caricatures, performances, artwork is very, very important in life. Symbols are important. Those statues are important to them, okay? Because when these racist guys start their marches, they don't just march in the jungle, in the woods where we don't see them. They march in a place where we see them. And you know where we see them? They go right to one of these statues and pay homage, or American people say homage, to those statues. Because that's where they know they're going to get some attention to what they are doing or what they are about. Let me ask you something. If you see a bunch of dudes coming down the street with a bunch of nubkiris, do I need to ask you a question who that is? You know, that's the way they behave. They're vigilantes, right? They're a vigilante organization, right? Symbols mean something. Those statues must come down because they mean something. and they mean misery and slavery and hardship and torment and homelessness and black women dying in the hospital while giving birth, black women rapturing while giving birth in the hospital, black women suffering all kinds of emotions, black women having short lifespans in this life here, black women getting killed by men every day. Every day is another homicide. That's what those statues mean to us. They must come down.